question that's coming in from Satish Jain from Bengaluru. Now, he is unfortunately holding shares of IDFC First, and definitely one which is under pressure today. He's asking firstly why it has opened 15% down. Now, we've been discussing on the show, Satish, that there was a fraud reported of almost 590 crores in Haryana, and hence the stock's down and out today. There was a con call as well in the morning. And, Mahima, you listened to the con call, but a couple of key takeaways before we take the question.
I think the key takeaways were that, they have taken the ownership of this first thing, and they've said that they'll figure out as to how the forensic report comes out, and they will then accordingly decide as to how the treatment of that 590 crore, which has been identified as the financial impact right now, will be treated going forward. But it'll take 4 to 5 weeks as to, for the forensic report to come out to exactly determine as to what is the financial dent for the company. So that's, the overall summary and key takeaways from the con call. But yes, I'll take this up with Avinash quickly. I think it's important for him to kind of address this. Avinash, how should investors who have, patiently been invested in something like an IDFC First Bank read into this?
No, I think, Mahima, the management has clarified that this is a kind of a fraud which happened at the Chandigarh branch. And I think, whatever it may be, the bank has taken responsibility for this. And I think you could possibly see that dent being provisioned in Q4 numbers. It's definitely a sizable number, and that's the reason the stock is down by almost 15-16%. But I think, once this event has happened, I think the markets would now look at what kind of growth prospects the bank is likely to do over the next, say, 2 to 3 quarters. In the short term, the stock has corrected now quite significantly. I think a 15% or 16% drop is now already factoring in that kind of damage. So I don't think, you're going to see a further damage. My suggestion is, rather than selling in panic, probably wait for some more time here. I think the Q4 numbers would be out. You would get to know the management commentary. And I think in the longer term, yes, this would be neutralized, but in the short term, some pain will continue. So my suggestion is, don't sell in panic, continue to hold and wait for the Q4 numbers. I think hopefully this should not be a continuation going forward.
In fact, the management did indicate at the end of the call saying that they're expecting a strong Q4 coming in as well. So that's the view with regards to where IDFC First Bank stands.